matters.
Lonesome? Spiritless? Perhaps wrestling an earth elemental will inject some vim into your routine?
Handsome officer you are, kind Septimus. You must have fought many a battle.
Legion's greetings. I have been informed about your heroics on the beach. I am Septimus, seventh son. So fair a lady I have steadfast. Jake's murder is, in a word, a tragedy. And what questions are there? I hold by the belief that this... Don't even mention those rotten carcasses to me. They're the reason we've been stuck in this dead-end town for...
Lords above, grant me patience. You're a source hunter, aren't you? Here because you think I killed my husband. How many times do I need to state and restate my complete innocence in the matter? I am Esmeralda, wife of Jake, and now, alas, his widow. Like I told just about every legionnaire in town. So what happened? Some of them tittle-tattling crab...
Well, what do you want to know? Sisal. Now that's a sad story. Roofs of elegant homes burned for fuel.
Praise be that Arhu the wizard has the wits about him to build these newfangled weapons of his. Or It's
about her innocence.
We'll need to look for evidence if we want to prove she actually did the evil deed.
Man, what a strong and handsome officer you are.
Hastening! One man's trash is another man's trash.
Sweet relief!
You're a source hunter, aren't you? They say you can talk to animals, but I, for one, won't be falling for such a...
Ugly will be the least of it. The beast looks rabid.
Those dark-robed nuts really rough.
Source hunter. A sight for sore eyes if ever there was one.
Pay attention to the beast's face.
I know you're probably knee-deep in that awful murder invest. We've been conducting a series of expeditions. Lieutenant Selenia at your service. I'm Captain or... Now, I certainly don't mind a bit of healthy competition and even rivalry between... And that is exactly what your presence in Sicil is. Sort the undead. I pitied them at first. Many among them were once kind, the bravest among my men, and women tell me they are... I shall be very glad to share what information, if ever we want to be victorious in Sicily. 3 landmarks were chosen. There's a lighthouse to the west, up on the bluffs. The locals say it's haunted, and there are ancient burial grounds to be... A local archaeologist offered to tag along with the men. There's a church to the northeast of here, built atop the very place where... All superstitious mumbo-jumbo, if you ask me. So I did. The Pact of Volunteers. The chances of survival during these sorties are only about 1 in 10.
Greetings! These stores are for our legions. It never ends around here. There's a zombie in my garden. My sheep is missing. An orc ate my baby. Night and day.
True story indeed. Perhaps we too.
What? No! My neck's too graceful to be hacked in half. I thought I could trust you.
That was close. Thanks for catching Fidgety Jack here. I guess he got nervous when I mentioned drumsticks. Let's have that bird then, shall we?
fuck? I'm writing a story. You know how you...
Come to see what a delectable dish I've crafted from that pesky poultry, have you?
Spirits of shadow, conceal me!
Well, Source Hunter, you come to the right place, you have. I got every style of equipment to fit you from head to foot, if it's a trade you're after.
These stores are for our Legion troops. Riverland's finest work up mighty fine appetite. Serves for 7.
You don't think it's infected, do you?
Come on now.
Good luck out there,
Look
Hunter.
with these size.
Beyond Syceel's rampart. I wouldn't venture too far out of town if I were you. Many Legionnaires did so before you. The face furious. She bit me in the face.
Look on the bright side. Everyone knows the ugly soldiers are the most ferocious.
Uglier will be the losers. The beastman's rabid.
In that case, you'll have the pleasure of putting her down yourself.
How can the Legion serve you today? You don't look like you're quite ready to head out into the undead-infested wilds to me. Also, a party of 1 or 2 runs the risk of being outflanked and outnumbered. I'd bring some backup if I were you. Of course, the choice is yours. But are you sure? Thank you for heeding my...
You don't think it's infected, do you?
Come on now. I pulled her off you before she could do any real damage.
Any real damage? Hey, who's that then? Come on, stand where my good eye can see you.
Easy, Toe. That's the Source Hunter you're talking.
She may have the look of a woman. We got reports of a strange-looking outsider skulking through the town with her. I tapped her on the shoulder to see what...
Bit Tullia right in the...
Enjoy it while you can, Ver.
Well, that's to be decided.
That's a mighty big if.
Can't say I'm surprised. You wouldn't want an untamed...
If I've got my say, we'll take her into the woods and put her...
Sir! No, sir!
Ice blue eyes, narrow beneath a heavy brow streaked with sweat and dust. Her hands tense into claws.
Her brow knits together.
I am Bear Daughter. I have not come here to find trouble with the... And you are a sword. This woman here The one who now plots her. But soon their swords were upon me.
Say, Source Hunter. She may have the look of... We got report. I tapped her on...
Bit tell you.
Enjoy it while you can.
Well, that...
Get to shining recruits.
Sorry, sir. Let's not be too rash. A fearless hunter might prove...
Can't say I'm surprised.
If I've got my...
Bear Daughter remains silent.
This woman he... But soon there's...
Nuts!
You don't think it's in... Say, Source Hunter. She may have the look of... We got report. I tapped her...
Bit tell you.
Enjoy it while you can.
Well, that's to be...
After all, a fearless...
Well, that's a relief, ain't it? We found a good home for...
Heed me, Source Hunter.
Oh, face! To the barracks! Nuts! Recruits! That was sloppier than...
Source Hunter. I have heard tales both grand and in Home Forest, every creature acts according to the nature of its kind. Birds frighten easily, badgers fear little. But amongst men, there are no guarantees.
Sorry, sir.
It is strange to stand with one foot in the forest and the other in the city, Source Hunter. Perhaps in time I will come to know my own kind as you have.
Embarrass a breach room. Get to shining recruits.
Sorry, sir.
You think that's funny, Private?
Sir, no, sir.
Those boots will embarrass a breach room. Get to shining recruits.
Sorry, sir.
That's funny, Private.
Sir, no, sir.
Attention! About face! To the barracks! Nuts! Recruits! That was sloppier than Sicilian stew. Again! About face! To the barracks! Nuts! Recruits! That was sloppier than Sicilian stew. Again! Attention! About face! To the barracks! Nuts! Recruits! That was sloppier than Sicilian stew. Again! Attention! About face! To the barracks! Nuts! Recruits! That was sloppier than Sicilian stew. Again! Attention! About face! To the barracks! Nuts! Recruits! That was sloppier than Sicilian stew. Again! Attention! About face! To the barracks! Nuts! Recruits! That was sloppier than Sicilian stew. Again! Those boots will embarrass a bridge troll. Get to shining recruits.
Sorry, sir.
Attention! About face! To the barracks! Nuts! Recruits! That was sloppier than Sicilian stew. Again! Attention! About base! To the barracks! March! Recruits! That was sloppier than Sicilian stew. Again! Attention! About base! To the barracks! March! Recruits! That was sloppier than Sicilian stew. Again!
Sorry, sir.
Attention! About base! To the barracks! March! Recruits! That was sloppier than Sicilian stew. Again! Attention! About base! To the barracks! March! Recruits! That was sloppier than Sicilian stew. Again! Those boots will embarrass a bridge troll. Get to shining, recruits.
Sorry, sir.
You think that's funny, Private?
Sir, no, sir.
Those boots will embarrass a bridge troll. Get to shining, recruits.
Sorry, sir.
That's funny, Private.
Sir, no, sir.
Those boots will embarrass a bridge troll. Get to shining, recruits.
Sorry, sir.
You think that's funny, Private?
Sir, no, sir.
Attention! About base! To the barracks! March! Recruits! That was sloppier than Sicilian stew. Again! Attention! About base! To the barracks! March! Recruits! That was sloppier than Sicilian stew. Again!
You say you will take me under your wing, but I see no feathers. Are you a child of the birds, as I am of the bear? In truth, this is a relief. Your world is made with rules, and so the lonely babe was fed upon the wise godwolf Amira. Raised the child Threes. Ask freely, my friend. Your city is far more wild than Home Forest. In Home Forest, here, a tiny screech woman, no swifter than a mudworm, Jarrett, wise Jarrett, taught me the birds. A beast's life is to survive. A human's, I have learned all the bird song that Jarrett. The remembering of the beasts is without lies. We know we do not remember Rito and the battle of the buzzing brutes. It is different. He came to me when I was small. He called to me in a soft song. Jarrett visited me often. And in time I learned his songs and more. Jarrett is my master and my friend. I heard this was but I have not found that mystery. I watched the next morning. He was kidnapped, and all his research was taken with him. The only clue I found was a letter among the scraps. I could not make out all the words. I do not know the one called Attenborough, but...
What have we here, then? A so-called source hunter, eh? Well, look, do what you must in Sicil, but don't make waves and don't interfere with the Legion's affairs, you hear? I'm Captain Aureus, if you must know, leader of the Legion in Sicil, by which I... Gods above! Some politician snuffs it and everyone's in an up. Nevertheless, I want to be kept in the loop. Understand? The scene of the crime is over. Esmeralda is Jake's wife. Well, what? You're going... Bravo! Figured that one out, did you? How am I enjoying it? We are the pride of River. I'd say they're looking for weak... Yes, and they also... Oh, what now?
How can I help you, my friend? But certainly. Oh, I am but a wit. My task upon this earth is, you see, my one desire to my great... Oh, but that's not a truth. Such magic is a gift to be out in the night. But of course it's handy to speak... Oh, that'll never happen. I'm my own by all means. Of course. I can but piece together what they say. A woman arrived in the king. I say man and woman. It took a while for the land. How and why he came to be there, no one knows. I myself have none. Even now, it may well be a stab. I can't say much more, but that they're madmen. All the more. And what might those be? Those who are raising the dead dwell among us. They simply. The enemy is. You have a flair for understatements, Hunter. Until they conclude what... Oh, a mere trifle for one with the I hope your quest fares well, dear Hunter.
Sorry, sir. Murder within the walls and dead outside the walls. And here we legionnaires sit twiddling our thumbs.
Go the barracks! March! Recruits! That was sloppier than Sicilian stew. Again!
You're a source hunter, aren't you?
Good luck with these Sicilian source hunter. They'll run you ragged if you let.
Rawr! That is, how can I help you, my friend?
Good luck with these Sicilian sauce hunter. They'll run you ragged if you let them.
Honored to meet you. Wish I was a source hunter.
Those boots will embarrass a bridge crew. Get to shining, recruits.
Sorry, sir.
You think that's funny, Private?
Sir, no, sir.
Attention! About face! To the barracks! March! Recruits, that was sloppier than Sicilian stew. Again! Those boots will embarrass a bridge crew. Get to shining, recruits.
Sorry, sir.
Source Hunter's here too? Well, if the Legion couldn't save this place, what...
I've just got back from the realm of fairy. It was...
Come on! Can't you hear the stage calling you?
Can you spare a coin? One coin or two, noble Oh, I am a happy man. A fool once was I. I'd heard they were not to be trusted, that they gave fools... They told me that I would find fire, the most thorough... May the soul of Astartes... Thank you, kind one.
So those statues told him he'd have to renounce his earthly possessions to become a spiritual leader. Some of the richest people in the world are also some of the most miserable. Gold can purchase many things, but...
Ah, cruel fortune.
The Legion stands at... You don't look like you're quite ready to head out into the undead-infested wilds to me. Thank you for heeding my word.
To have you back, Source Hunter. Drink and gamble. That's all we do around here. I wouldn't venture too far out at whose invention. The stasis blaster. These days, we Legionnaires hold a lottery to see you. Don't ask me how the...
Good luck with these Sicilian, Source Hunter.
Those books are embarrass a bridge road. Get to shining recruits.
Sorry, sir.
Greetings! These stores are our Legion troops.
Did someone leave an oven door open?
Murder within the walls, undead up.
Honoured to meet you. Wish I was a Source Hunter. Dangerous line of work.
Murder within the...
It's heating up.
Did someone leave an
I
oven door?
wouldn't venture too far out of town if I...
A Source Hunter will always receive a warm welcome at the Town Hall of Sicil.
A Source Hunter will always receive a warm welcome at the town.
What? Oh, it's you. Come closer then. Closer.
My ears aren't what they used to. My elf? Oh, myself. I am Cecil, Mayor of Sicil, and what? Oh, you mean Sicil. Fairy, the undead have overrun all but one northern trade route, while that's not to mention that at the top of this whole caboodle, and, while we're on the subject of troubles, I myself... What of what now? Ah, you mean the staff of Pergamon. Cecil proved an old fool, though. For the merchant slated to... His name is Conrad, captain of the Tide Splitter. A merchant ship, still the staff itself contains a shard of an ore, highly valued for its use in the weapons of war. Jake, murdered? Oh, yes. Yes, now I recall. Most of the townsfolk are certain Jake's wife Esmeralda. As you can imagine, I've known Esmeralda for years. That business between an all-right bloke, apart from all this Esmeralda nonsense. What? The undead? Yes, for the... Well, I do believe that's something your parents ought to have discussed. Ah, you see, when a lady... Oh, this is nonsense. I'm the mayor for the 7th sake. That depends. What kind of berries are you? Ah, the library. Yes, yes, you must have a visit. Marvelous. Follow me, then.
Bercia's shape is gone.
A source hunter! Oh, what a sight for me! I live alone here. Oh, he's always been something of a rascal. For my part, I encouraged him to join the Legion. That band of... I don't even know what to call them. Well, they're his heroes, and I simply couldn't prevent...
Golly gosh, one who flaunts the highways and byways of Sil. But where are my manners? I'm the mayor's cat, don't you know? But of course, darling. Oh, this quaint little town is a tad too parochial for one of my more urbane tastes. But one has to make... Heavens forbid! No, fear is rather too strong a term there, Hunter dearest. The predator's instinct... Oh, you haven't left town. But of course, heavens forbid. No, fear is rather too strong a term there.
What? Oh, yeah, my Victoria has every volume you could... Yes. Victoria's come... What? Oh, yes, yes.
Is there no new book to be discovered in this library?
Knight in see-through armor? Princess Buttercup.
Omnes autem mali demonis quam. What? What is this? Who are you to interrupt my music? Oh, but perhaps I spoke too soon. Perhaps I would... No. A source hunter. That is what you are. Yes, a
One gone. Shut so. Sometimes I think these books sprout little legs in the night.
No, this isn't the grimoire I'm looking for. The Encyclopedia Daemonium. I know it by heart.
Kejdenor, that's enough of that now.
The Lesser Key of Salacandras. Ugh, what nonsense. The Encyclopedia Daemonium. I know it by heart.
In the name of Amun-Hor, I bid thee Tujda Geta Hal. Be welcome, human. My library is yours, as I hope your friend... I am Victoria, daughter of Mayor Cecil. Oh, when I was very young, you see, I must have been cast out by my tribe. The fisherman who found me would have drowned me on the spot, for I am an orc, after all. But he raised me like I was his own. This kind... Indeed you may. The wisdom I here hold is yours to peruse and even take with you. All I can ask is that you return the books you...
I know it by heart.
Place this book here.
Demonology for
A volume of poetry or novels? Or
something more advanced.
mayhem?
The Pseudomonarchia Daemonum. And the first edition.
Rawr! That is, how can I help you, my friend? I heard this was a place of many people, so here I came. But I have not found the face I seek. Jarrett is missing. That mystery is thick and ugly as a swarm of hornets. It started... I watched countless of my loved ones die. The next morning, Jarrett did not emerge from his room. He was kidnapped, and all his research was taken with him. The only clue I found was a letter among the scraps. I do not know the one called Attenborough, but I know that if I am to find Jarrett, I must start there. Whoever this Attenborough may...
Teleron will have to pay yet another fine.
Most promising.
Lucky find!
Volume 2? But where's the third one gone?
No, this isn't the grimoire I'm looking for. Is
Is
there no new book to be discovered in this library? The Lesser Key of Sadakandras. Ugh, what nonsense. The Encyclopedia Daemonium. I know it by heart.
Esmeralda does have a propensity for all things naughty, hasn't she?
The seven grant abundance!
The Lesser Key of Sadakandras. Ugh, what nonsense. Is there no new book to be discovered in this library?
Volume 1, Volume 2. But where's the third one gone? Shatsu.
Demonology
Sometimes
for
I think these books
dumbbells.
sprout little legs in the night.
I need something more advanced. Is there no new book to be discovered in this library? The Lesser Key of Sadakandras. Ugh, what
Brief
nonsense.
history of sorcery still hasn't been returned.
The
Teleron will
Encyclopedia
have to pay yet
Daemonium.
another
I
fine.
know it by heart.
The knight in see-through armor, Princess Buttercup with the blushing bottom.
The Lesser Key of
Esmeralda does
Sadakandras.
have a propensity for
What
all
nonsense.
things naughty, hasn't
The
she?
Pseudomonarchia Daemonum. And the first edition, too. Most promising. The Lesser Key of Sadakandras.
Brief history
What
of sorcery
nonsense.
still hasn't been
Is there no
returned.
new book
Teleron
to be
will have to pay
discovered in
yet
this
another
library?
fine.
Demonology for dumbbells.
Teleron will
Need
have to pay
something
yet
more
another
advanced.
fine.
The Encyclopedia Daemonium. I know it by heart. Demonology for dumbbells. I need something more advanced. Is there no new book to be discovered in this library? Demonology for dumbbells. I need something more advanced. The Encyclopedia Daemonium. I know
Teleron
it
will
by
have to pay
heart.
yet another fine.
Big cheese on your block with a wheel of the good stuff.
Red and orange, yellow and green, the finest veggies Sicil's ever seen.
Oh, hello, love. Nice day for a little stroll.
And the slice of this pie.
Well, what sort of arrows do you want? Freezing? Silver? Poison? Get to the point.
Let us see if you can choose the finest green.
Aaron has as many breasts as the bag, many cheeses.
Get it while it's fresh. These batches only ours for the sea.
Aaron has as many breasts as the bag, many cheeses.
Quiet day on the market, it seems.
Get it while it's fresh. These batches only ours for the sea.
Not the moon for cheese. The excuse is more holes than a slice of this pie, all but left.
Claw of snake, wing of worm.
You! Hypocrites and traitors!
No better solution to the zombie problem than a set of silver arrows.
There must be some way to open this.
There's a man in town who sells paintings and treasure maps. Dead men can't jail anyone.
appears to be locked. Treasure! Looks like the mortician is rather suspicious about Jake.
What could Mayor Cecil, Captain Aureus, or Evelyn have to do with it?
So, what's the bad news? More orcs rampaging through the docks? Or about this here's my family business? Yes, there's been a Roberts escorting stiffs into the next life since the foundation. Sad story, that. I just concern myself. How do you... Ah, the ledger, is it? Fool was I to leave it in the open. Plenty of us shopkeepers entrust the mayor with the spare keys to our businesses, you know? He could have used it to Aureus himself paid me a visit the night the... Can't see why he'd... I know it sounds strange, suspecting the doctor's apprentice. It was she who'd seemed she could barely contain her thoughts. That there was some... And this may or may not have anything to do with the whole rigmarole. But her master, Dr. Theleron, bought an old shack of mine, one overtake. I never saw a widow less distraught at the... It was she who rang my bell just before the body was snatched. That gold's the only good thing to come out of this blasted affair, and I certainly plan on making some use of it. bag's as fat as a heifer. She won't miss the...
The dead man is nervous as a squirrel.
Hey, stop that!
Reminds me of my long flame. I sailed the sea. I walked the worlds.
There! A moment of your indulgence. No, scratch that. It is so much Mendius at your service. What is my profession? Oh, it's not merely an opportunity.
So you mean to say we do not live a life of adventure? We don't...
Clearly, two strong personalities stand before me. Too bad your line of work comes with...
Really? I wouldn't mind earning an...
Well, don't quarrel about it on my account. Even so, my friend, matters of a pecuniary nature aside, what is life without variety, without spice? To be a source hunter must get frightfully dreary sometimes. Am I right? Oh.
You'll always stay menial with that attitude. Just what those
You disagree with one another. But that proves you are firm-willed. And that is exactly why I am here. Ah, the fabulous five. How I enjoy simply saying the word. You like nothing more than to... What a gem of a question. Now then, to join the fabulous five is to join a... Of course. Should you spread the word, by now the genial glow of the Fellowship must have warmed your heart. Work hard. Fulfill contracts. Enlist new... Of course, of course, of course.
Rather foolish to pass up on such a lucrative opportunity, don't you think?
All right, we'll do it your way.
Marvelous. Magnificent. Oh, but what am I saying? What more? Oh, it's a pretty straightforward task, this one. Now, in this town dwells a wizard. Ahu is his name, and he's one of them was a big lump, but you can guess what happened. Luckily, there are... Who? Tom? Doesn't ring a bell. Oh, hold on. They call the undead a problem, my friend, but...
Hanging around the inn, are you? Waiting for what, exactly?
I'll thank you to leave me be, you old...
Back, demon! Back, or I'll... Well, what's this? Oh, Medora, you lummox. I'll tell you, it sure does me good to set eyes on another of our order. From it, you wouldn't. I trained up in Academy North, after all. Medora's the name. Retired. Or so the order keeps trying to tell me. But heavens hornets! That's quite a... See, I'm here on... Well, let's call it a loan from a... There's been an attack there, comrade. Or what they want in Hunter's Edge, I can't say. But it's my responsibility to... I came south seeking the Legion's help. Only to find it tied here by the skin of my teeth, comrade. The savages were rounding up villages when I managed to wrench free of my captor's grip. Well, comrade, I hadn't thought of it till you tapped. I need a contingent I can trust if I'm to take back the town. I've been scouting Sicil for some time now. and I believe I've sussed out sufficient intel to help solve the murder of the council. More than I'd hoped, comrade. I don't know what in tarnation's gotten into the townsfolk here. There's Mayor Cecil's doings, for one, and on top of it all, the feline. Now, don't get me wrong, but from what I've heard whispered around the dock, I suspect an illegal sauce artifact. Fella seems like a humble doctor, but I bet my sod a loose-lipped fishmonger let slip that she'd seen our good doctor scale hardly the habit of an innocent heel. You mean you don't already know, comrade? Well, you know the old expression. 2's a tea party, 3's an invasion. I know this place like the back of my hand by now, and the orcs up north will be
Getting ourselves caught up in an entangled...
By the demon's tomb, I never thought I'd live to see a sauce hunter dismiss and... Well, you're lucky we Northies have a certain expression. I'll tell you, it sure does me good to set eyes on... Hunter's greetings. So, have you changed your mind about venturing forth? Well, you know the...
We could use Medora's experience to all of Sicil's advantage. And watch...
By the demon's tomb, I never thought I'd live to see it. Well, you're lucky we Northies have a certain expression. I'll tell you, Hunter's greetings. So, have you changed your mind? Well, come, I've been scouting Sicil for some time now. Well, you know...
Another source hunter on the team will make us all the more formidable against this wicked magic. Welcome aboard, Medora.
That's the spirit. Listen closely now. Do you hear it? That's the sound of every orc and sorcerer in 100-mile radius shaking in his wee boots.
Old friend. Surely you've met your match once or twice.
Ha! The closest I've got to my match is when I linger over Longmont lighting my pipe.
Look careful now. Your head's growing more swollen than saffron's, I dare say. Do I seem like the sort who concerns myself with such things?
You'll be concerned enough when you realize that reward money won't be lining your pockets.
Tell me, Alistair, have you ever had the fortune of challenging the fabled wizard of Hunter's Edge?
Fortune? He should be so lucky to be defeated by Alistair Great.
They say he's privy to ancient and arcane secrets, the likes of which I doubt you could even fathom, old friend. Surely you've met your match once or twice.
Ha! The closest I've got to my match is when I linger over Longmont lighting my pipe.
Look careful now. Your head's grown more swollen than saffrons, I dare say. Do I seem like the sort who concerns myself with such things?
You'll be concerned enough when you realize that reward money won't be lining your pockets.
Tell me, Alistair, have you ever had the fortune of challenging the fabled wizard of Hunter's Edge?
Fortune? Ha! He should be so lucky as to be defeated by Alistair the Great.
They say he's privy to ancient and arcane secrets, the likes of which I doubt you could even fathom, old friend. Come now, Alistair. Surely you've met your match once or twice.
Ha! The closest I've got to my match is when I hear of the long one lighting my pipe.
Oh, careful now. Your head's growing more swollen than saffrons, I dare say.
Whatever happened to that troop of eager imbeciles we sent to the northern cave?
Do I seem like the sort who concerns myself with such things?
You'll be concerned enough when you realize that reward money won't be lining your pockets.
Tell me, Alistair, have you ever had the fortune of challenging the fabled wizard of Hunter's Edge?
Fortune? Ha! He should be so lucky as to be defeated by Alistair the Great.
They say he's privy to ancient and arcane secrets, the likes of which I doubt you could even fathom, old friend.
Watch out! I smell.
Actually, I think that's only roast pig.
Ah, yes. Yes, of course. Careful, comrade. I think I sense a sort. Ask away, my friend. Ask more than I'd hoped, comrade. There's Mayor Cecil's doings for... And on top of it all, the feline menace is... Now, don't get me wrong. I think the mayor's... But from what I've heard whispered around the docks, I suspect an illegal source artifact. Fella seems like a humble doctor, but I'll bet my sword a loose-lipped legionnaire let slip that hardly that... You mean you don't already know, comrade? It's no coincidence. The way back when, the set... Don't let the name fool you, though. These days, the forest is little more than a smattering of trees and ruins. In the days of old, though, by now it's been centuries since anything more dangerous than a badger has come out of those woods. By and by, the source hunters moved out and regular folks set up shop.
That reward money won't be lining your pockets.
A source hunter? I'd like to report some dark magic. Only tainted hearts could tip as miserably as this lot.
Tell me, Alistair, have you ever had the fortune of challenging the fabled wizard of Hunter's Edge?
Fortune? Ha! He should be so lucky as to be defeated by Alistair.
Been at the King Crab nearly 10 years now, personally. I think I'm one of the last folks to hear him alive. Though that's the question, isn't it? What? I was washing up and nudging the last of the lushes out of the door when a cloaked... Lucky for the perpetrators, I was rinsing bottles in the back when the terror...
Surely you've met your match once or twice.
Ah, hello. I suppose you're here to viciously interrogate me for information I am the Duke of Ferrell. Yes, she and I have... As easy as it would be to pin suspicions, Jake and Esmeralda had no great effect. It's very tragic news.
Never saw you in the King. I am Unsinkable Sam. At least that's what they call me around here. A magnificent ship she was. Used to belong to a pirate. The moment I hit the water, I writhed around like I would on a hot tin roof. So I was. What? Not that I have it bad here, mind you. I've milk and fish aplenty. Most folks will pet me kindly, and Maxine, the mayor's darling pet. She likes me. I know she does. But when I declare my love, by all means. People make a fuss about them because they endanger the lands around the city. They never bother me. Oh, don't mention orcs to me. Worse than...
That purring sound. Mind control vibrations, I'm sure. Don't be seduced, comrades.
Tell me,
Ooh, a source hunter! I'd been at the King Crab nearly 10 years...
Hunter's Edge.
Fortune? Ha! He should be so lucky as to be defeated by Alistair the Great.
They say he's privy to ancient and arcane secrets, the likes of which I doubt you could even fathom, old friend. Ah, what have we here? A source hunter, is it? Well, my day just became rather more stimulating. Oh, stand still then, if you don't mind. I want to take a good, long look at the so-called tall as an elf, strong as an orc, and my word, what I am Anna. I've cut 1,000 throats, and baked 1,000. When the day comes that I die, the gods will I contain multitudes, you see. But then, source hunter, that I have. For nearly a lifetime, it seems. I believe I have found that component, that book. Yes, you must join the fabulous, so you've joined up. I can finally offer you our Well, you must be thrilled to find yourself a member of a team so what? I hear you've been tasked with taking out that crazed robot in the Northern Cape. Oh, darling, that was so long ago now. Who can remember? Well, you are a member of the eminent Fabulous Five, after all.
Sorry, I've run out of signed handkerchiefs. And Alistair, what do you mean, not familiar? You expect me to believe you've never... Why? I'm only the most famous wizard this side of the distance. And don't forget, I'm the most eminent member of the Fabulous Five to boot. Surely you already know we've been voted the most influential adventurers guild by side... Well, well, you're far from my caliber, but who isn't? It's good you're eager, but let me... you'll be dealing with Ahu's little... If I don't leave a few crumbs for those nasty beasts are hardly worth my time. Really now, I can't afford to indulge in chit-chat with those nasty beasts are hardly worth my time.
A source hunter? Surely you've met your match once or twice.
Pointless chatter with strangers does so thrill me. How curious of you to show interest in a lonesome stranger at the bar. So you've wrangled a position in the Fabulous Five, have you? You've been sent after Ahu's insane robot, I understand.
Zimbladorix! That! Ha! Quite under my spell, aren't me? You mean you don't reckon? Yes, that is true. Oh, you'll find out.
Whatever happened to that troop of eager imbeciles we sent to the Northern Cave?
Do I seem like the sort who concerns myself with such things?
You'll be concerned enough when you realize that reward money won't be lining your pockets.
Greetings, Source Hunter. Not exactly the friendliest bloke, the captain, is he?
Hearty welcome to the King Crab Inn, and a pleasure to have you. You look like you could use a round or three, so what'll it be? Have a seat and stay a while.
Fortune of challenging the fabled wizard of Hunter's Edge.
Fortune? Ha! He should be so lucky as to be defeated by Alistair.
The name's Ivad. Pleased to make your acquaintance. All you see before you is... Well, between you and me, things have been rather slow. Mind if we keep our voices down? That room where it happened, it was rented to... She came heavily cloaked, but paid the full sum in advance. I saw one other figure go into the room that night. I was startled awake by a horrendous... By the time I burst into that room, whoever done it as a Councillor Jake, that poor man. I knew too much about his affairs. Esmeralda's longest-standing lover has the audacity to remain lodged at this very inn, you know? He's called the...
Come now, Alistair. Surely you've met your match once or twice.
Ha! The closest I've come to my match is when I leave...
I needed that.
Swirling in saffrons, I dare say.
Folks say it was Esmeralda who killed Councillor Jake, but I...
be some way to open this. There must be some way to open this.
I am on the trail, Source Hunter.
Look out! I see a trap nearby. I'm tripping.
quench this evil from my blood.
Birds.
Hold! Our enemies have laid a trap. Let's see. Key, lockpick, or hammer?
Greetings, Source Hunter. I don't mean to hinder your investigation, but I can't open this door for anyone who...
Move along.
Greetings, greetings. Oh, you are most welcome in my chamber. Customers rarely find me up here, but I do so abhor the hustle and bustle of the marketplace. That I am. I have spent more of my life on the road travelling alongside... You wouldn't believe... You have seen them, have you not? A punch-on, perhaps? Yes. I have the...
And neither am I. Be advised, though, not to give in to your inclination.
Gods have mercy. I talked openly about sorcery in front of a source hunter. What a fool I am. No need to worry. How gratifying to see you return.
Time for some fancy footwork.
This town has seen better days, but despite...
Let's see. Key, lockpick, or hammer? Shadows, hide your loyal servant. Maybe the lock can be jimmied. cloaked in dusk.
Tell me, Alistair, have you ever had the fortune of challenging the fabled?
Stop right there. Not exactly the friendliest bloke, the captain, is he? Well...
What happened? Is this a dream?
I don't think so. That stone. Somehow, it sent us flying into the stars.
Heard any good tales, my friend?
Terrible, terrible, terrible! It will come by the quill that lasts a billion words. What's this? 2 Rivalonians, perhaps? My newfound. We stand on a tiny... It's good you appeared. However you... but I suppose I should make a proper introduction. Zigzags, what am I doing here? Attempting to tell me, friend, when I mentioned that this place is the end of time, ought to have no end at all. Show, don't tell, I always say. So...
Might be quite mad.
Then we had better appease him and have a look through the looking lens.
You saw? Terrifying, isn't... What's the portal? It's quite You, dear stranger, those torches, a light! This portal active once. Goodness me, how right you are. It is the void itself. I can't say for sure where it came from, how or what. It's not that I believe, it's that I have seen. Then, no longer than a few mere moments. Though I cannot say for... In fact, every last... But why spoil the mystery? After you, after you... You first, but don't dilly-dally. Onward! You first. Yes! Just as I hoped. There she is. There it is. Come, don't delay.
And he's off!
It seems the imp has spotted exactly who and what he'd hoped to find here.
Indeed, Sir Imp.
Astounding! Unbelievable!
You have brought guests, I see.
My reaction exactly, milady.
This is a question better put to our guests themselves. A stone. Not like this. Never had I experienced something so... But yours has. You have...
But, Madam Weaver, how is it possible? Do you...
Like the stones, your guests source hunters. It would seem that yourselves and Starstone are Starstone is not what it seems. Do you see what violent...
Mysteries of all time.
It would appear...
I see.
Yes. Though I cannot explain why this Starstone. If we do not restore time, if we do not discover the truth without these stones, Hunter, for a reason I do not yet understand.
Why, of course! That's what they were doing. That shall never be. As sure as Zix, please. Our most... Will it be, Source Hunter? Do tell!
Not but a moment ago, we were hunting Source in Rivellon, and now we're being told that we alone can prevent the end of time by way of some magical stones. What do you make of it? Still, it's quite a leap from finding a strange stone to placing the world's salvation.
I've got something for you if you're up to the challenge. The glint in your gaze? No, with you searching out, but you'll need a way to travel between Rivellon. Luckily, the power of portals is no... Off you go, then. You've Starstone to find. Cross my heart, hope to fade in the void. Like the imp said, wouldn't it just... Just like yourself. From what I can gather, though, ruins. Neither do I. But the mere fact that activate this in turn more than implies that you are the... We may not understand the how. I don't know if I'm more than those things, but of course I have a price to pay for something. So, gather the lonesome, observing the frontier of well, yes, perhaps you can imagine the before you go, Source Hunter, a final... I hope he'll be able to help you as...
How welcome you are upon this realm, our most honored guest. I hope you begin to find this place more familiar than it may yet seem. In the ethereal, the drift of continents through changing seas. Except, ask. I am the weaver of... I am but what I am. Perhaps we are one... Am I the beginning? Alas, a hidden answer. I believe that's... Oh, Hunter. And yet, quite so. I do not know you, but perchance I may be what it is. I reside in another realm. I think that perhaps you can know that no longer I did weave, but suddenly there was you. New threads emerged, these Starstones.
I wonder, do you know more about the void? What it is? What lies at the heart of it?
What lies at its heart? Why, nothing, of course. The great absence of all that even the gods cannot comprehend. It eludes us, like infinity, or the finality of tick-tocking time.
I have the last chest, the last chest, the last chest!
Milady, why are there two of us? Two beings that record all of history parallel to one another?
That is a good question, Zigzags. One without a conclusive answer, though its resolution may lie in conception. Where you chronicle, I both chronicle and create. Where you arrive at conclusions, I spin origins besides.
Source Hunters, I welcome you once again to the realm of Rivellon after your travels through the chasms of space. Nice to have found a shelter, wouldn't you agree? Where you can come to no harm. I know the imp historian has told you about his agent on Rivellon, and I'll be delighted to give it. It can therefore hardly be a coincidence. That means the task you have been given remains crucial. Find the assassin that did away with Jake, for while you were being lectured, the advantage of being a cat, you know. That's where I saw them in a cabinet. Don't we all long for a sanctuary where our... But perhaps I speak only for my... Like any cat worth its salt. Let me phrase it like Zigzags might. I'll not pretend to have all the answers. If Zigzags were... I met him first, a long time. So I told... In the end, he even shared... Oh, before you go, here. You'll need the other one too if you want to make... Now that this matter has been settled, Hunters, I shall detain you no...
Unknown to all time, are you? I'll tell you who you are. Source Hunters, members of the most esteemed order in Rivellon. Here to find out and grind. I knew you weren't the type to be taken in by such high-flying, pie-in-the-sky nonsense. Plenty of fish in the sea, but I've got the...
Well, tuck my tail and call me best. Oh, me and my brother Bolden dragged it. Speaking of Bull, you ought to... I'm seeing I'm Bull, of course. Why, yes. But, well, that... I see.
Sauce? Here in Sice. Steady, boys, steady. We'll be leaving as soon as we're packed up.
Well, you see, the gold...
My gods! What is going on here? First I have to shoo away a creeping white tomcat, and now there's a perfect stranger in my bathroom. Get out, will you? Little mix-up indeed. No, if you please. This room is private. Heard any good tales, my friend? Don't just stand there. Go! Away with you!
The seven grant abundance.
What are you still doing here? Begone! Out! No, if you please. This room is private. Don't just stand there. Go! Away with you!
Aaron has as many friends as the man with many chases.
What? Oh, it's you! My elf? Oh, myself. My dear. I introduced. If you're looking for something special, just ask. Maxine? I've always been more fond of Jake. Murdered, you say? Oh, yes. Yes, of course.
Careful, comrade. I think I sense a sort.
Oh, you haven't left town yet. Oh, he's a darling old Tom, isn't he? At the risk of sounding as shallow as a spaniel. Oh, dear Sam, he's such a good old bee. I'm the mayor's... But of course, darling, be my... Oh, my golly gumdrops, he did... Whoa! A nervous twitch. So I don't care in the least.
Red and orange, yellow and green, the finest veggies size seals ever seen.
Plenty of fish in the sea.
Yes? I've worked. She was targeted by the Ark Shaman during...
And don't forget the time you got caught passing a love note to the Lizard Council's wife. Is that why we never sailed the Lizard Door anymore? Speaking of you, York, that loopy legionnaire really thinks that orchid charm loves it. I wouldn't let it all win 500 yards of my lovely nature. Never heard about the time the captain took the Duchess of Level's carriage with a joyride. No, it ain't. He drove it straight to the bubble bank. And don't forget the time you got caught passing a love note to the Lizard Council's wife. Is that why we never sailed the Lizard Door anymore?
What's that gleam?
No, it ain't. Sauce? It was too busy dodging fireballs to notice it. Don't forget sauce.
Here, now you mention it, I noticed Dietmar, a fellow merchant travelling with us, carrying a sealed box off the ship during their tank. Well, sure, I saw him slip...
And don't forget the time he got caught passing a love note to the Lizard Council's wife.
Ahoy, sailor! Name's Conrad. Aye, that Cecil's worse than a rooster. For my part, I haven't a couldn't hurt to ask. So what? That weasel. I'm sure he'll make a run. Those orcs must be out of their barbarous minds, launching an attack on a city with a great wizard besides. Though even I must admit I'll tell you, the only time...
Sauce? Here was too busy dodging fireballs to notice anything myself. Don't know much about him.
Is that why we never sailed the Ythel Gore anymore?
Speaking of youthful gore, that loopy legionnaire really thinks that orchid charm loves it.
A home? A lively... Well, we were merchants what seems like a moment ago. These damn orcs. They can't... With our ship gone, nothing for it but to... Those souls are...
Have you found us a job yet? Well, these well, those...
Have you found us? Well, those...
saw something.
Speaking of youthful jaw, that loopy legionnaire, he lived in that large
Another piece of trash.
Plenty of fish in the sea, but I've got the foulest of the lot on my rats.
Keep your pleasantries to yourself. What are you doing inside this where? If it's conversation, as for myself, that idiot man-child would sooner... he...
Salutations! Source hunters, I see. I'm Sergeant Curtius, proud protector of this house of Legion goods. Curtius is my name. This is a storing house for Legions.
Well, a source hunter? Very, I tell you. This man, of course, have you talked to him? This Jake business is... Then again, and you did not. I imagine he's young. Oh, it's an unparalleled... That fusspot said what? Well, something you'd like to say to my face?
I haven't a thing to say to you. I'm on duty.
Duty, indeed. Look at fists.
Are you mad? We're guards, not drunks on the street.
Enough! What is this barbarism? Back to your post at once! Desist, prowler. None shall pass through this door, for with my very... Report!
Still nothing, sir. Suppose there just aren't any thieves around.
If there were no thieves, why would we be guarding?
You've caused enough distraction. You've caused...
That old spoilsport Horatius can... God, you're not so bad, hey?
Would be quite a bit better if I could do it in peace.
Just making conversation, mate.
Mate, he says. We are colleagues, nothing more.
Come now, it's just a phrase.
Will you please turn your phrases elsewhere?
Report!
Nothing to report, sir.
You never have anything to report.
Isn't that a good thing?
Well, a source hunter. About time the council took us. One day, Moira. One day you'll show 'em all. We'll have none of that, you hear?
Avert your gaze, and I'll handle this threat for all our sheiks.
She wouldn't hurt a fly, and I won't let you hurt a horn on her head.
Who better than a proven orc crusher to convince my dumbbell of a friend here that orcs are predators, not pets?
Enough of that. I know how dangerous an orc can be, but...
Maybe before the great orc raid we had time...
Excuse my friend's violence.
Your woman's...
My friend here and I were patrolling outside the city walls. Perhaps confused by the butterflies and a vial of love potion shattered over her head. I'm sure she must have been compelled to join the orcish...
I can assure you there wasn't, you see. He'd believe it was noon at midnight if he read it on a printed pamphlet.
Agreed. I've never met an orc I trusted, charmed or not.
Glad to hear I'm not the only one with...
No! She's harmless! Please!
You bastard! You had no right!
No right to protect not only you from your own stupidity, but myself and the
A
citizens.
man in love with an orc? Bloomin' bullfrogs, is he blind, stupid, or both? It's a good thing you advised his friend to run the savage through. Imagine the hell-sent mongrel that would have crawled forth from that union.
This is no longer my problem.
Half-bred mongrels. Wicked love potions, unholy union between man and orc. Who can say which was the most terrible aspect of this circus? What ma-
This place reeks of orc stench.
I can't even smell the sea air over this rock. They say. Plenty of fish in the sea, but I've got the foulest of the lot on my racks. I can't even smell the sea air over this rot.
Sigh seal, shiver me timbers and sliver me heels. I said to myself, if I don't start earning an extra gold piece an hour, I'll walk.
Yes? I've work to do, so please be brief. She was targeted by...
I am on the trail, Source Hunter.
Drink and gamble. That's all we...
Sigurd's beard, what a find! Tread silently, strike viciously. What's this? I found something.
I give milk. I give wool. And what?
Don't disturb my...
Which of you is more deserving of life? Come, make your case.
But if one were to reduce the quantity of skull dust by a percentage of 2...
Oh, a source hunter. Imagine that. Quite a bit bad. No, Matt, me? It was I who cured the Duchess of Arata of her... Not to mention... Yes. She's in the other room as well. She's gotten hold of a stone, but she claims to have gotten the relic from a little North... Utter rubbish, I say. Well, she's certainly possessed... I expect she'll be a very... Sorry, but there isn't much work for sale. Certainly, what would you like to... The counsellor... From what I can tell, it seems to be as I've applied myself. I declare it an act of the all... Healing stone? Interesting indeed.
Nothing sets me on edge. That relic of Evelyn's, the so-called healing crystal. I've seen one look at that gem will be enough to convince me it's no force of good, but a bloodstone through and through. I know I'm not the most, well, circumspect sort of source hunter, but in this case, I feel we ought to if that stone is what I suspect, I wouldn't trust Cecil's so-called healers.
Excuse me? This is a private sick room. Who in the name of the Seven do you think you are barging in here? Oh, I'm sorry. It's this I'm an apprentice of the healing arts. Healing! But I've been racking my brain trying to decide on the best method to sell. What would you like to know? One of the brave few willing to traverse the trade routes plagued by... Thankfully for him, a cattle trade, quite the venerable staple of Sicile, Stephen, and nearly everyone in Sicile is familiar with grinning. Is that so? Well, I arrived at the inn, where the body lay just where it had fallen. The injuries were like nothing Yes, a curious relic indeed. I got it from a kindly abbot, Loic by name. I myself was nothing if not skeptical of his claims, but it's strange. You are? I thank...
Yes. Boris deserves to experience all the pleasures of life that Stephen has...
Boris it is? Yes. I'll deliver the stone.
Thank the Seven.
No! This is highly abnormal. What is this? This lightning?
Friend, is there enough stones for both of us?
Thank you. It's that strange reaction you caused. Blue lightning from a healing stone. I've been studying under... I've a passion...
Stones for both of us. I'm feeling stronger already. 1,000 thanks to you. What will I do? What won't I do? Seeing how short, and after I've climbed every mountain in Rivellon, and smooched every girl who'll have me. I'll see you around then. I'm liable...
Of party elixir with too much wormwood.
Can't say I didn't want to live. Wanted it with every fibre of my heart.
Enjoy what remains of your life, will you? Never know when it'll be snatched out from under you.
Far?
Sorry, friend. I wish there were enough stones for both of us. Sorry, friend. I wish there were enough stones for both of us. Sorry, friend. I wish there were enough stones for both of us. Sorry, friend. I wish there were enough stones for both of us. wish there were enough stones for both of us. I don't know what I did to deserve this, but I'm beyond grateful.
You got an eye for bargains,
Ah, hello, proportionate one. I can see from the symmetry in your face that you are a great fan of the fine art. I'm a painter by trade, as I travel around Andervale, mastering my craft and finding new...
Red, here for your daily serving of veggies. Please partake of the plumpest produce ever produced.
Chips, cheese, tomatoes.
A sauce hunter? Oh, don't tell me.
No better solution to the zombie.
What do you have? I got white cheese, blue cheese, old cheese, new cheese.
Quiet day on the market, it seems.
No better solution to the zombie problem than a set of silver arrows.
Be the big cheese on your block with a wheel of the good stuff.
Let's see. Halibut, sheep's cheese, tomatoes.
May the seven keep you.
Looks like that dog is awfully agitated.
Perhaps he wants to tell us something.
So many deaths.
Hey, wow! I was wondering where that awesome sweaty boot smell was coming from. I'm Murphy, Jake's dog. Wow, you smell great. You know who I miss? Jake. Sometimes he'd just sit there being all... I came here so I could smell Jake again. If I ever find out who killed Jake... Oh, wow! You know, I came here. Where are you, Jake? Are you playing without me?
Peace be with you, traveller. I once lived a prosperous life. Lonnie never recovered from the loss. And when a group of... She were killed less than a week after she joined. Peace be with you, traveller. I once lived... Lonnie never... She were killed. Rest in peace, darling.
Where are you, Jake? Are you playing without me?
Here lies Nemris, master of philosophy.
Rest in peace, darling.
Look here, even a sage and author as oh, I've written so many celebrated treats. There isn't a civilized soul. You can, and indeed you must. But alas, I was not buried with a printed version of that blueprint of genius that is...
Rest in peace, darling.
Where are you, Jake? Are you playing without me?
May the seven keep you. the seven keep you.
The very fact that you seek me out once more is in itself. Do you truly feel you are? Then we shall between life and...
Correct. He is not.
Let us proceed.
Wrong. It's yes. Come on, be a sport. I know I'm right.
Fine, fine. I submit.
Last quiz.
Indeed.
Hopes and up. A combination shall not go unpunished.
Rest in
Perhaps death
peace,
itself
darling.
shall teach you more about the philosophy of life.
May the seven keep you.
The very fact that you seek me out, do you truly feel you are? Then we shall between life.
Yes, he is. Look, you can answer the next one, but leave this question to me, okay?
The very fact that you seek me out, do you truly feel? Then we between life and...
Correct. He is not.
Let us proceed.
Wrong. It's yes. Agree with me, or I'll unburden you of all your worries right here and now.
Are you here, Jake? Jake! May the seven keep you.
No, I stand by my opinion.
Last query. Boldly.
Indeed.
Most impressive. Nothing short of mere... Content in the knowledge that my legacy is in good hands. Ta-ta! I shall see you in the next life.
Rest in peace, darling.
Jake, where are you? Are you here, Jake? Jake!
Here lies David, who ran from the Reaper. You'll never catch me alive. Jake. Please do not disturb.
May the seven keep you.
What trickery is this? That's not Jake.
Phil, it's a rotting sheep's corpse.
Rotten lamb chops.
It seems someone snatched Jake's body.
Everything we dew seems to fortify your abilities.
Where are you, Jake? Are you playing without me?
That inspiration hardly flows one way, my friend.
Jake, where are you? Wow, that dead sheep smells pretty great. I mean, join you? No way. Without my best friend, you know, I came here. Someone's... Esmeralda. Jake has the best smell. Jake was awesome, and she didn't like Jake. So I'm pretty sure she's the worst thing that ever lived. Let me get a whiff. Oh. I smell...
May the seven keep
rotten
you.
lamb chops. I smell... rotten lamb chops.
May the seven keep you.
I smell... rotten lamb chops.
Rest in peace, darling.
I smell... rotten lamb chops.
May the seven keep you.
I smell... rotten lamb chops.
May the seven keep you.
Oh!
Rest in peace, darling.
Where are you, Jake? Are you playing without me? Oh!
Rest in peace, darling.
Jake, where are you? Are you here, Jake? Jake!
Rest in peace, darling.
I smell... rotten lamb chops.
Rest in peace, darling. May the seven keep you.
I sailed the sea. I walked the worlds.
Thank you, sir. Do my best, sir.
To leave the city is to
Thinking like a
venture into
kid.
danger.
Feeling
Be
hot
careful,
under the collar.
Sword Hunter.
Under lock and key.
Honor to meet you. Oh.
Treasure!
come all and see the amazing singing Stefan! Fantastic! Only sentient severed
My word!
What's that nut?
fantastic!
I doubt I have to tell you that I am the amazing singing... You... pleasure to meet you. Now, please... It won't be the worst
That is enough of that now! You there! Take a seat. I am Reginald the Illusionist. What a generous spectator. I think you've gotten quite familiar enough by now, thanks.
Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti... Oh, excuse me. Patience. Pleasure to meet you. Now, what do you call a source hunter who finds a way... A resourceful...
Freed.
Kids! This here is the greatest illusion in Handavale!
What are you looking at me for? There's a great show. I'm nothing, but you have. Well, I've stumbled into quite the fine gig. I'll just let my
Showman! Show all of them!
Zombie ate your dog? Orc sunk your... Well, I'm Katerina. I've an open staging. The theatre's favor has overcome you. Check the library and see if any of the classics... Right away, my dear. Just speak to Master...
Liberty, equality, and brotherhood!
You there! Sir, don't pity me. No, when Reginald came, it seems even when there's no crowd to speak of. I don't know. Please, you must hire him for...
Performers!
Show all of them!
My word!
What are you looking at me for? There's a great show going on right in front of... Well, I don't see why I should. Reginald and I have grown rather friendly, you know? And in any case, it'll be hard to pull myself away from this fantastic show.
Someone who's ever been serenaded by a seven-head? Step right up!
Ha!
Fantastic! Come one, come all!
Well, I guess it's been long enough.
Sicil's only sentient severed head!
My word!
And who are you supposed to be? Oh, I should have... No. Don't you have an impressive... Katerina's? Tell me when you're ready to begin, and I'll... Ready for your trial by fire, you mean? Not planning on playing to an empty...
You hear distant mutterings of curiosity. A few more moments and the crowd will be all settled. A few more moments and the crowd will be all settled. The stage is yours.
Show is a doozy! Woo! Good job!
The crowd breaks into an approving chuckle. Continue, by all means.
Wow.
Eager to hear more, the crowd leans forward with great interest. One lady in the back is already chuckling. She must have heard this one before. The crowd's curiosity is piqued. Oh, do go on before they explode. That's it, Source Hunter. You've got this joyful crowd right where you want them. Now, take them on home. They like you. They...
What is it this time? Well, I must say...
Where is everyone trotting off to?
how the story ends? Doesn't anyone...
Strange! You appear to be my own... I am Reg... I knew that...
What? Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la... It won't be the word... Quickly, before we're discovered, I must tell someone, anyone, the a little privacy at last. My true name is Nick. In life, I was an entertainer aboard the ship. Little did I know the abuse was only beginning. When I asked him to return my head to my body, Reginald stumbled upon me some days later and consumed more than anything. But the chances are so... Traveller, if there were any way you would brave the cove's depths, and that charlatan doesn't have a lick what I wouldn't give to give old Reggie a... It won't be the worst indeed.
Heavenly herring! Delicious dogfish! Yours for a scrappy old... Hello there!
That was sloppier than Sicilian stew. Again!
That's it, troops. Train up while you can. The next orc could land at any moment.
Oh, what now?
Whom would you have the Legion arrest?
Absolutely. Without his...
Shame to arrest a man who buried...
Oh, what now?
The Source Hunter. Oh, joyous hour.
Ah, the Source Hunter. Oh, joyous hour.
That's quite the valuable gift. I hope you're not expecting something in return.
You, again. Do feel free to depart from Sicil at your earliest convenience.